morning, NFA. Today is December 12th, 2023, and it is an A Day. Here are your morning announcements. Go.
Looks like there's a crazy person trying to stop the contest. Security, let's get them out of here.
Stop eating those bananas. They're radioactive and they're gonna poison you.
Stop! Police, get out.
Breaking news. 10-time banana eating champion was just found on the floor of his apartment. Cause of death? Radiation poisoning. I tried to warn them.
In the NFA Main Library Day of Reading, cozy up with a good book, no computer conversations or homework. The library is only opening for reading. Bring your own book or check one out from the library for winter break. Read all period, where we can provide hot cocoa or green tea. And all faculty and staff and students are welcome. Please email Mrs. O'Neill or Mr. Baez with any questions.
Did you see that person get hit by a cloud? Did you know clouds when saturated weigh 1.1 million tons? That's crazy.
Why are clouds heavy? It's because when water evaporates from water sources like oceans, lakes, or rivers, it rises up into the clouds, forming water vapor. And since water is heavy, the clouds get heavy. And until it rains, it just gets heavier.
Athletic events. Anyone planning on going to an athletic event in our district will need to purchase a ticket directly from the GoFan website as well. The link is available on the district website.
The Black History Club is sponsoring our annual toy drive from December 4th to December 20th. Please support by dropping by a new unwrapped toy, preferably, in a red box in our main lobby. Your donations will go to the children's at St. Luke's Cornwall Hospital on December 22nd.
Why are you holding a flea? There you are. I was looking for you. Watch this. Take 31.
Fact: fleas can jump over 130 times their height.
Pretty cool, right?
What? Isn't it gonna die when it hits the ground?
I don't know. Guess we'll see.
When is it gonna hit the ground?
In about 3 seconds.
What?
Well, I guess I better get going.
For the music department, Carol Fest will take place on Friday, December 2nd, 2023. During the school's day, carols are $5 each carol or 5 carols for $20. They must be purchased in advance. Teachers and staff can place an order with a music student through the link posted in the daily bulletin. Please see a music teacher or main events bulletin for more information.
Have you ever played an instrument before? NFA Wind Ensemble and Concert Band are seeking new members. If you played your instrument and quit along the way, we welcome you to come back and join us for some fun.
Please look for the Holiday Spirit Week app on your Launchpad and vote for your top 5 choices for the upcoming Spirit Week.
Have you heard? We are having a winter concert on December 21st in the auditorium at 6 p.m. Come support your friends in music department as they have their first concert of the year. There will be holiday tunes as well as great pieces that your friends have worked hard on. We would love to see you there at our winter concert on the 21st.
The Colonnade Club is hosting our local Poetry Out Loud competition on Wednesday, January 10th. Competing students will need to memorize and recite at least 2 poems from the Poetry Out Loud selection of the approved poems to participate. The 2 top students will complete at the regional competition and with the chance to continue into the state and national level. Interested students should contact Mr. Waltz or Mrs. McCurdy and check out to the Poetry Out Loud website for more information.
The health office is in need of gently used, clean, or new clothes for students. Leggings, sweats, t-shirts, or hoodies, if possible, any size. Our supply is very low. Thank you in advance for any donation for our students.
Senior Cosmetology Clinic is now open from periods 1st to 4th on Fridays. Senior cosmetology students will be offered discounted services such as haircuts, manicures, and more. Students and staff members are welcome. Students and staff members must also have a free period and have permission from parents to receive these services. Permission slips are available in room 120. Appointments are greatly appreciated and can be made from stopping in a room for room 120 or calling the number below.
From December 11th through December 15th, and again January 22nd through January 26th, Life Touch will be returning for senior portraits. It is mandatory to make an appointment to have your senior portrait taken. You must have your senior portrait taken to have your picture in the yearbook. For additional information, please see Mr. Ragusa, the student in the student activities office. Remember, NFA, it's every gold back every day. Have a great day.
Hi, my name is Chef Gran. I teach culinary arts here at NFA Maine, and today we are going to learn how to make macaroni and cheese. When you're making mac and cheese, the first most important thing to do is you need to cook the pasta. Always salt your water so you have a seasoning to the pasta. Once the water comes to a boil, you're then going to be adding your pasta in. The pasta needs to be cooked al dente. Al dente really means just firm, and the reason why you cook pasta firm when making mac and cheese is because it's going to be cooked twice. So not only are we going to be boiling it, but we're also going to be baking it in the oven. Next, we're going to be making our bechamel sauce. The bechamel is a mother sauce. When you make a bechamel sauce, what you need to do is you need to melt butter in a large pot. The pot needs to be large enough to have the milk and the cream that we're going to be adding. After we've melted the butter, we're going to then add in the flour. We'll whisk in the flour. You don't want to brown the flour too much. The browner the flour gets, the less thickening agent it has. So we are making a bechamel, which is a white sauce. After the roux has been created, you'll see it has a crumbly effect. There's no foaming of the butter. We'll then whisk in heavy cream and milk. Where one of the mistakes, you should always probably warm your milk, because you can see it took a long time for us to take the hot pan with the roux and the cold milk. You'll see you'll start to whisk in the cream and the milk into the roux to thicken it. After that starts to thicken, you're going to remove it from the heat. You will then add the cheese. This will prevent the cheese from breaking down, sticking to the bottom. You're now then going to make sure that you're seasoned with salt and pepper. Also, you're now going to add in your al dente pasta. Put it in a buttered hotel pan. That's the little pan, that little big square pan or rectangle pan that we have. Sprinkle some cheese on top and put it on into the oven and wait for the cheesy, gooey happiness to happen. So not only do you have to cook in the kitchen, you also have to clean. So one of the favorite parts of the students, right here you can see we're doing sanitation, just cleaning all of our dishes up to get ready for our meal to sit down. Today we are serving our macaroni and cheese accompanied by a grilled pork chop and a sauteed green bean with bacon. Bon appetit.
Today is Friday, December 8th,
It is partly cloudy with a high of 46 degrees and a low of 31 degrees. There is an 8% chance of rain. On Saturday, December 9th, it will be partly cloudy in the morning and sunny later in the day with a high of 52 degrees and a low of 37 degrees. There will be a 9% chance of rain. Sunday, December 9th, will be rainy with a high of 60 degrees and a low of 41 degrees and a 99% chance of rain. Monday, December 11th, will be rainy in the morning and clear up later in the day. There will be a high of 44 degrees and a low of 28 degrees and an 81% chance of rain. Tuesday, December 12th, will be mostly sunny with a high of 44 degrees and a low of 31 degrees and a 4% chance of rain. Both Wednesday, December 13th and Thursday, December 14th will be partly cloudy. Wednesday will have a high of 44 degrees and a low of 28 degrees, and Thursday will have a high of 41 degrees and a low of 30 degrees, and both days will have a 3 to 4% chance of rain. Friday, December 15th will be sunny with a high of 47 degrees and a low of 32 degrees with a 3% chance of rain.
Temperatures might be dropping, but the fun isn't stopping. Welcome back to the Game Clock. Let's dive into today's show first with your local sports news. Basketball season is officially underway, and our team started with a bang. For the varsity boys team, they crushed Minnesink 74-32 in the home opener. Unfortunately for the girls, they were defeated 74-72 by Cornwall in an absolute heartbreaker. Even though the girls lost, we saw an incredible performance. 10th grader T.T. Burden scored a whopping 55 points. She had 7 three-pointers made and 11 field goals inside the arc. She is the 32nd person in New York State to reach 55 in a game. As a 10th grader, congratulations to her. And last but certainly not least, JV absolutely annihilated Minnesink 99-29. Talk about that. Let's move on to something a little bit different. Now, normally we only talk sports on this show, but this was a pretty good accomplishment, and it's spreading throughout the school, so we may as well talk about it. Congratulations to the NFA debate team as they competed in this past weekend in the prestigious Princeton Classic held at Princeton University. Each team representing NFA won multiple round victories against some of the top competition across the East Coast. Members of the debate team who competed in this event were senior Anakin Landolfa, juniors Quinn Fairbanks, Janelle Rosales, and Sierra Alvarez, and sophomores Tina Wang and Roma D'Alfonso. Great job, NFA debate team, as they kick off their debate season competitions. Now on to your pro sports. Last night, the Knicks traveled to Milwaukee to play the Bucks in the NBA's in-season tournament, the quarterfinals. The Knicks were defeated 146-122. In the NHL, all 3 tri-state teams were active, and it couldn't have been any wackier. First, the NHL's number 1 team, the New York Rangers, were crushed 6-2 by the last-place Senators. Shockingly. They returned to action to take on the Capitals Saturday in D.C. The Devils traveled to Vancouver looking for a statement win, and they got one, beating the red-hot Canucks 6-5. On Long Island, chaos was in full effect. The Islanders hosted the dead-last Sharks in a must-win game. The Isles held a 4-2 lead with 5 minutes left. They blew it. They lost 5-4 in overtime after a goal by William Eklund with 5 seconds left to the last-placed Sharks. With all that being said, let's move on to your 2-minute drill. The NFL has become a circus at this point. It's completely unpredictable, and I love it until my teams get affected. But enough about me complaining, let's get down to business. On Thursday Night Football, Dem Boys defeated the slumping Seahawks 41-35. In a divisional battle, the Colts escaped Music City with a come-from-behind 31-28 win in overtime. At MetLife, the Falcons beat the Jets 13-8. Down south, the Lions defeated the Saints 33-28 in the Big Easy. In a battle of 2 surprisingly good teams, the Texans and Broncos game went down to the wire. Although they nearly choked, the Texans held on for a 22-17 win. Up in New England, the Chargers beat the Patriots 6-0 in the worst NFL game this year. Down in Pittsburgh, the Cardinals shocked the world, defeating the Black and Gold Brigade 24-10. The Dolphins defeated Washington with a commanding 45-15 win. In Tampa, the Buccaneers defeated the Panthers 21-18. In Philadelphia, the impossible happened as the 49ers went into the city of brotherly love and demolished the Eagles 42-19. Down in SoCal, the Rams rolled the Browns 36-19. On Sunday Night Football, we were treated to a game that went down to the wire. It was a very close game to the very end, but the Packers held on to a 27-19 win over the Chiefs. And on Monday Night Football, in a battle of the backups in Jacksonville, the Bengals snuck away with a 34-31 win over the Jags in overtime. That's all the time we have for today's show. I'm JJ Seglio, and we'll see you next week.